everybody. Welcome to NorCal Sports Network. And this is the same hat that Brock Purdy's dad wears. Chat loves it when Marty Lurie comes on.
Anytime you lose a game this time of year, when you can't go backwards, it's a problem.
All right, everybody, welcome on into NorCal Sports Network. As promised, we've got Casey Schmitt joining us tonight, and there he is. Actually, we're just kidding. That is not the real Casey Schmitt. We will bring in the real Casey Schmitt. Here we go. We're going to have some fun tonight talking Giants baseball, talking to Casey about the upcoming season, a little bit about last year. Of course, we'll get into the new manager of the Giants, Tony Vitello. And this show is brought to you by Chapman Law Group. Chapman Law Group, located in Marin, licensed in all of California. Make sure you give Chapman Law Group a call for all legal needs. If you've got a personal injury situation, give Chapman Law Group a call. I'm sure Casey probably felt like giving them a call last year with a few of those pitchers nailing them, but we'll get into that too. So, yeah, Chapman Law Group, check them out. And we're also being simulcast right now over on the Even Year Dynasty Show with Cody and his channel. So welcome, everybody. Welcome, Casey. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
Oh, man, it's been nice. I'm here in Arizona, as you know, and I'm enjoying the off-season weather here.
Yeah,
it's as you know, being down here quite a bit. This is the time of year why we live here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Webby's down here. Webby's down here, and Crawford, and probably a few other guys.
It's a good area to be in.
Yeah. So, how's the off season treating you? Are you already working out, or are you taking a little time off right now to let the body recover?
Yeah, I already took my time off. Yeah, I'm already starting my lifting, starting my running, starting all my stuff. Yeah, just getting the body ready to get going again.
Nice. Cody, go ahead. I know you got a lot of questions, and we both got questions we want to ask you, so we'll just jump right in, Cody.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just kind of kicking it off because obviously the big news for the team has been Tony Vitello getting hired. And have you, because I mean, obviously he was coaching when you were going to college. Did you ever get like cross paths with him, getting recruited or anything like that?
No. We were in the Mountain West, so we were on the other side. No, I never got to cross paths with him in that way, but I'm excited to meet him and get to play for him. So I mean, I think everyone's really excited to have that and just to get things going.
Nice. Have you talked to him yet?
Not yet. Not yet. Yeah, I'm waiting. I don't want to bother him. I know he's probably really busy right now.
Sure. Oh. Dan, I think you're muted.
Sorry, I muted that. Yeah. He's trying to get that coaching staff set up. I'm hearing. We heard today. In fact, Cody right up there a week ago put out a tweet that he mentioned Hunter Mentz as a strong possibility of becoming the Giants hitting instructor. And what do you know? It looks like that news is coming to pass. Have you heard about that?
Yeah, I saw it online.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw it. I think it was today, right? I think I saw it.
Yeah. You'll have to ask Chapman about him because I know he was in Toronto for Chapman's 2 years over there. So I'm sure he's got some insights.
Yeah. When in doubt, I always just ask Chapman.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get into some of the stuff as the off season, but let's address some of the things last year. I mean, you made the club right out of spring training, which was, I know in talking to you, was a huge goal of yours. You just didn't want to go back to AAA. And it's like, I think it was in Houston, they put you at first base. And did that come out of the blue, first base, in that, or were you working on that in the spring training?
No, I think I don't remember what happened exactly, but someone went down and it was just kind of like a thought that they had for me. And at that time, I was platooning a lot, um, and I took ground balls there. I think it was the first day when we got to Houston, and then yeah, then I think later in the game I got thrown in there and played defense in like the ninth inning or something, and I was so nervous. I was like, I've never really played first base before. Um,
You did great.
I think I missed maybe the next day. I missed a shot by Jordan. I remember missing that, and I was like, oh man, like all right, just try to get it together here.
Yeah.
Wow.
You made some great plays over there after that.
Yeah.
Got like first or second, like first series.
Oh
You
man,
played
I
real
was so
well over there.
nervous. I was so nervous. You gotta do what you gotta do to get in there. So I was like, okay, this is
Yeah.
what I'm gonna do.
Well, I mean, and then your good buddy Tyler Fitzgerald is playing second base, and you know, as things happen, he struggled a little bit, and then they sent him down, I believe, and then you took over at second base, and you get going right away, and then all of a sudden, I think you did an oblique or something. Uh,
Uh, yeah, I think it was before that. I think we were in Anaheim. I was getting ready to go out and just
yeah, it was
taking just
in the batting cage, right?
yeah, it was just like normal like my normal routine. Um, After it was after BP, got dressed, and I was just gonna take a couple in the cage before we went out to start the game, and I took a swing, and that's when I felt it, and I said something. Good thing I said something, and it didn't worsen it, because it wasn't. I think it was like just below it, maybe it was like a grade two or just below a grade two or something like that,
Uh huh.
and yeah, I think it could have been a lot worse, but that was like the first kind of major injury I would say I've had, and it kind of sidelined me for a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. We'll get to this question a little later. I'm going to star that, bring it back when we get into this year. So I'll bring that down. But so you hurt the oblique, and then you come back, and I'm trying to recall the scenario, but it seems like you get heated up pretty good, and you get moving, and then you get hit on the hand,
Yeah,
and
Chappie got I think it was Chappie got hurt,
yeah,
and then I started playing third, and yeah, it was a little at first it was a little kind of shaky just because I wasn't really over there very much. It was more I was on the other side at first base, and it took a little bit to get a little more comfortable over there defensively. Um, and yeah, then I think a little while later I got drilled in the hand.
yeah, man, that stunk. Go ahead, Cody.
Oh, I was just say how that did that hand injury, did that like linger throughout the second half? Was that impacting you still quite a bit?
Yeah, a little bit. It kind of lingered pretty much most of the year since then. I got, I was able to make it feel, good enough to go out and play. And every now and then I would take a swing and I'd feel it or whatnot. But yeah, I mean it is what it is. I just try to kind of grind through it and just work with our trainers and just get in there as much as possible to get it feeling good enough to go out there.
Yeah, that was your left hand, right?
Yeah, I got a cortisone shot in that one.
Okay. So, but it was just the left hand that got hit, the lower hand on the knob.
Yeah, that time.
Okay. So, I'm curious with that. I mean, it hurt your did it affect your power? Did you feel like you lost power with that because it hurt to make to swing or make contact? When did you feel it?
I mean, it was just swinging. I mean, it was right after I got the cortisone that went on the IL for the second time in the year, which I mean, no one wants to do. Um, and yeah, just gosh, it was a little rough for a little bit, just kind of like grinding through it, just staying mentally, just not thinking about it. Um, yeah, and just kind of just trying to get through it. And then man, I think maybe like 2 weeks later, I took a swing and I felt it again. And
Ah,
yeah, then luckily we had an off day, and it got banged up a little bit this year.
yeah. Now, is there anything? I know you've got hit a lot. You got hit in the face in the minors and all that. We've talked a little bit about that, but is there any? I know you started wearing a pad on that hand. It can, and we see in the World Series. Uh, Help me out, Cody. The shortstop Jimenez.
Yeah.
Jimenez, like constantly is up there and he's sticking his hand out trying to get hit, right? Uh,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what do you, man? But anyway, is there enough protection padding that you can prevent from when you do get hit that it would cause any kind of time on the IL?
Um, it depends. I think for me, my hand's a little delicate in this area. I don't know if you can see. I had surgery in college. I don't know if you can see that. You can see like the scar.
Oh yeah,
So yeah, so I had a surgery in college that and this was a non-contact, not that I didn't get hit or anything. I took a swing and I, tore something right here. It was a freak injury. I guess it happens in like golfers or something. Um, and yeah, so since then I always wore a pad just because I didn't want to get hit in this area or anywhere. You don't want to get hit anyway at any spot, but at least
right.
try to like minimize it at least. Um,
Yeah,
but I mean, it still doesn't feel great to get
yeah. How
hit.
many times did you get hit last year? At least 5 or so, right? More?
Oh man, I think more. I mean,
Yeah.
oh gosh, sorry.
Just got hit again.
It's just talking about it just made my thing fall. Um, I feel like I got it. I don't think it was too many times, but the times that I did get hit, it was in like the worst like spots to get hit
Who
in.
was it? You got pissed off at somebody. I can't remember who it was. Somebody hit you, and I think it was just out of frustration because it was like you just kept getting hit. And somebody, I was lip reading, and you were letting them have it. Do you remember who that was? The pitcher? I can't. Do you remember, Cody?
I don't.
No,
Okay.
I'm trying to
Don't.
just block it out.
Yeah.
Forget about this.
Yeah. Go ahead, Cody. I know you got several questions.
Yeah. So like going back to last season, we'll kind of actually we'll talk a little bit about this off season really quick. With you feeling like you're probably going to be, at second base going forward. I think it's pretty safe to say that right now. Um, how does that kind of change your approach this off season versus last season where you were just kind of playing all over the place to, try and get on the field any way you could?
Yeah, I think now it just makes it so I can, focus on, just
Mhm.
like one spot rather than, focusing on, four other spots or whatever. I
Yeah.
think just being able to just kind of like make a home out of it and just worry about this one spot, focus on this spot, try and perfect this spot. Like, I was always playing third, and my goal was always to just to kind of just perfect third and, do everything I can to make sure I'm just as comfortable. Just make sure I'm just, as comfortable as I can be over there. And so that's kind of my mindset here, at second is just to make myself as comfortable as I am, at third base and just be me, play free, and yeah, just get all the the fundamentals down over there. And now I feel like I was able to kind of be out there more consistently, and I was able to kind of pick it up on the fly and just kind of like learn as I go.
Nice. Do you have are you still going to put any work in at like third base per se or anything like that where because I mean as we saw last year, they're even though Chapman's been super durable in his
Mhm.
career, something can freak injury can happen and obviously you're probably their best third baseman right there afterward defensively. So do you still put any work in at any of the other spots?
Yeah, I think, I'll definitely touch it, but I think, right now my main goal is just to be as comfortable as I can at second base. Be
Cool.
as fundamentally as sound over there, and just kind of just really just I just want to get as comfortable as I can over there, so we get into the season and I can just relax and not worry about it. Not worry about the,
Sure.
you know, oh, where do I need to be? Oh, this. Like it can just be like more of an instinct rather than, just getting stuck in like thoughts.
Yeah, as you get stuck in your thoughts, do you think that it's do you feel like when you're playing third base versus second or first or wherever they've had you, you've been at short, you've been at every position in the infield in your Giants career, but when you're playing third base, do you feel more comfortable at the plate because you feel more relaxed at third, or is there any kind of difference at all?
Maybe a little bit just because it takes that stress off of, the not knowing kind of
Mhm.
what to do or over like stressing kind of thing, and just kind of maybe a little bit. But that's why I want to make sure this offseason I get as comfortable as I am over there, just so I can take off and go and, just have fun and just play the game and, not worry, about, anything else.
Nice. Now, are you doing any different kind of training this off season as far as agility drills or different types of mechanical things to get ready for second base?
Yeah, so, this year I wanted to make this off season make an emphasis on, all right, how did I feel at second base this year? Well, I felt okay, and I felt, sluggish a little bit just because I felt like I was a little, heavier to be over there at second base. I was, playing at, 222, 225-ish. And, now I thought I was like, okay, well, how can I, get the most out of myself, most out of my range? So we kind of just talking with, our strength and conditioning coaches, and I think for me, like that weight that I want to be in, where I can move, way better, is that 210 to 215 range. So that's kind of where I'm going right now, and just being as strong as I can be at that weight, and then on top of that, working on my first step quickness, my agility, and just stuff like that.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah. Um, as as you look at this, I want to kind of take this in segments. So we're kind of looking at last year, and then we'll look at the
Mhm.
off season. We're talking a little bit about now, and then we'll go into 26 season. With your off season mindset that you're going in as the starter versus last year, you were going in as just like, it was pretty much known and said that, Tyler was going to be the second baseman, and you were going in, you weren't even sure if you were going to make the team. Does this year, do you feel any different going to camp, or do you still feel like you have to fight for some kind of roster spot in your mind?
I think in my mind, it's always been fight. I'm fighting for a position, every single day. And that's kind of how I'm looking at it. Whether they tell me I'm the opening day second base or I'm not, I'm still treating the off season like, okay, I'm trying to make the team. I'm trying to make the team. What's going to make me make the team? And so I'm working towards that, and just not. I don't want to. I'm not going to feel. I don't want to feel relaxed and be
Entitled?
like, oh yeah, like, oh, I made the team, right? I don't want to. I'm not. I don't want to feel like that. And that's not me. That's not who I've ever been. I've always been, okay, I'm gonna do everything I can to be the best that I can be. So I mean, I'm going in there, and I'm trying to obviously just win a job.
I love that answer because your new manager, Tony Vitello, is
Mm,
somewhat famous in recruiting of not promising players a job, where Drew Gilbert is on record as saying he loved Tony because he didn't promise him a starting position, where other places that were recruiting him say, oh, you're going to be, you're going to bat here and you're going to start here. And they were basically guaranteeing him that. And Tony said, no, you have to earn it.
yeah,
And I think that's good news to have a manager that says guys got to earn it, because I think in the past a lot of guys have been given jobs in the off season with this Giants team the last several years, and we see guys that come in and have great springs and outperform the guys that are penciled in, and they get sent to Sacramento, and then so I love that you have that mentality that you got to earn it.
yeah. That's what's gonna keep me, grounded, and just kind of keep my head on. Is just going in there. I'm trying to earn a job every single day.
Yeah, George says, Casey, you're on the team. Love that you're preparing yourself for the season. Yeah. No, it's got to be a little bit. I mean, I know you're taking it you're not taking anything for granted, but it's got to be a little bit more comforting to know that at least you're targeted as the guy, so that you know what you to expect going in. Like, you're going to be working at second base, so you can prepare all off season, like you mentioned, with drills and getting your weight down, so you can be a little bit more quicker, get more range. That's got to be a somewhat of a difference than what you were dealing with the last 2 seasons.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, for me, I'm trying to go in there and win a job. That's
I
how I
love.
see it
I
every
love.
single year. I've
Yeah,
kind of thought about it. I thought about it like that every year, and
good.
it's been able to kind of work for me, and yeah, it keeps me going and keeps me, it always just keeps me wanting more and keep pushing.
Nice. So last season you took, I think, obviously you kind of broke out at the plate. It felt like you made big time improvements, plate discipline and everything. But one of the things I noticed was, like, against right-handed pitching in particular, you seemed to take a really big step. Was there anything that in particular that helped you with that last season?
Step with, as in
I
hitting.
like against right-handed pitching, kind of in particular, because you had really crushed lefties like previous years. But
Yeah, yeah. I did notice that a little bit. That was kind of odd. Then I kind of
mhm.
I shouldn't have dug into it, but I think the expected numbers were a lot. It didn't show exactly, the left-handed, because there was probably a little bit of a less sample size too. Um, but yeah, for me, I've always, I've hit righties, my whole life, and I don't. For me, I want to be out there every single day, no matter who's on the mound. And I went into the last off season with, that mindset, and at some point, hopefully I get my chance and I got my opportunity, and I try to make the most out of it. But yeah, just I think just making the adjustments. Um, I mean, just working with Pat. I've worked with Pat, um, you know, all years through the minors, and just kind of having him, to help me, figure out, okay, what can be my game plan against, this righty, because at first, it's a little weird when you're only facing lefties. So you don't get to see that kind of right-handed slot. So maybe, maybe I step in the bucket a little bit, or maybe I kind of just I'm not staying closed enough. But just he helped me really find, ways to tune my approach, ways to, get my swing feeling, good that day. And yeah, I give, all the credit to him. He's helped me out so much, especially with, being hit in the face and stuff like that. And that's sometimes, that's stuff that, people don't, come back from.
Yeah. Hey, here's a great question from my buddy Sean Proctor. He asks you, how do you feel about the footwork at second versus third? And does he like the short throw at second versus third? He says he loves having your cannon on double plays. I was going to mention that. I think you got the strongest throwing arm of any second baseman in MLB. But how do you feel about the footwork on this?
Good. It's definitely two different positions. You're on the left side of the diamond, and then you're on the right side of the diamond, second base and first base. Um, yeah, it's a little bit different, just the way you kind of prep and like envision the ball coming at you. At third, everything's usually to your left, right? And we're always taught to kind of get around the ball that way. Well, it's flipped on the other side of the diamond. You're getting around the ball, the other way. You're trying to move your feet around to get to that area around the ball, if that makes sense. It's hard to kind of explain, but it's the best way I can explain is everything's just a little bit flipped. It's opposite.
Is there a particular infield coach that helps you with this? I remember when Kai Correa was here, he seemed like a guy that really emphasized a lot of fundamentals on defense.
Yeah, I'd work with Maddie a lot. Um,
Oh,
just trying to
yeah.
get comfortable over there. Um, and yeah, I mean, he helped me out a ton. JV helped me out too. I remember we were talking about, how can I get to these balls better? And it was explained, that sometimes I go at balls up the middle like I'm playing third base. I kind of take
Oh, angle.
that
Yeah.
that straight angle
yeah.
to it because there's not that much room.
Need to go
Whether
round,
at second
more
base,
round, need to round it.
Yeah, I can go around it, and then I can use my arm and get it over there. So
Yeah.
just like things like that they've helped me with, and JB brought that to my attention, and I thought about it, and I got it. And
Are you
I
talking
I brought
about
it.
Justin Veal or Justin Verlander?
Verlander.
Okay.
Yeah, so he helped me out with that. He changed my kind of perspective of that. So that's kind of a big emphasis that I wanted to work on, this off season is how can I get around balls better, and I can use the grass. I'm at third. I'm not used to using the grass going on
Oh
my
yeah.
left side.
Right. Wow. Well, I loved watching you on the double play ball because even if it was a quick runner, you had a shot with your arm. So that's a plus. Not too many second basemen have that strong of arm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Double plays and relays. It's a kind of a weapon that they have that not a lot of teams have, for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Cody, you got some more questions? I know you got a list.
Yeah, I've got one or two, No, one of the things with the offense last year, I just think as a team, you guys were obviously kind of really streaky. You guys had a crazy power stretch kind of in September, but it seemed like throughout the year you guys were like really up and down. Is there any kind of like team-wide adjustments you feel like you guys need to make to just maybe get a little more consistent production in 2026?
Yeah, I think it has. A lot of the teams, they kind of approached us differently than maybe they did with other teams or stuff like that. But I think with the offense that we have right now, I mean, there's star hitters in that lineup, and I think just getting everything to click at the same time is a big thing for us because we have a solid team, and we've got stars.
Yeah. Now, is there a spot in the lineup that you like hitting in more than another?
I mean, just wherever gets me in the lineup.
Just want to see your name in there somewhere.
I just want to see it in there. Just pencil me in there. That's all I want.
He's like, just let Rafi hit behind me so I get lots to hit.
Yeah.
I think I hit in front of Rafi one game. I think it was against the Padres. I think I was hitting 2-hole.
We got a fantasy football question. We got to put this up there because it's a paid chat. Game Freaks 101's $5 says, ask Schmitt if he would trade Derrick Henry for Joe Burrow and Judkins, please.
Oof, I know Judkins is solid. Burrow's he's been hurt,
I picked him up somebody dropped him in my league.
Is he on the waiver wire?
Yeah, and I picked him up on IR. He was just a free agent. I didn't even have to put a claim in. I was just like, shoot, he's coming back in 3 weeks, I think. So if I can make the playoffs.
I don't know. I think it'd be solid, but Derrick Henry's having a good year. Is this a keeper league or is it a?
I don't know. Keeper league, Game Freaks, or
a
redraft
one, right?
Yeah. We haven't heard back from him, but
if it's a keeper league, then 100%. But if it's like just like a normal what's it seasonal one?
Yeah, what do they call them? Just a redraft or whatever?
Yeah, redraft. Yeah, I wouldn't.
Keeper, he says 100%. It's a redraft league.
Oh yeah.
I would. Got to depend on your quarterback, I think.
Yeah.
Well, it depends if he doesn't have a quarterback. Yeah, if he doesn't have a quarterback, then maybe. But you don't know how Burrow's. What do you hear? Was it his toe? Was it?
Yeah, he had turf toe. He had surgery, and they opened his 21-day practice window this week. So they don't. He's not going to play this Sunday, but there's a possibility he plays on Thanksgiving Day. And
I'm also like the last person to ask because in one of my leagues, I'm in last place in my keeper league, and it's embarrassing.
It's not the Giants league, is it?
Yeah, is there a team?
No. I'm tied for first in that one.
Oh, okay. So you won't be being a bat boy for the day. I heard Chappie's in last place.
I haven't loaded him. He won it last year, though.
Yeah.
All right. So we've got another question here from Sean. I want to bring that up. I lost it. Did I have? Oh, here it is. Yeah. He says, "What is your favorite ballpark to play in?" He assumes it's Dodger Stadium. That granny was so badass last year. I think he's talking about the one off of Yamamoto, not the one off of Hernandez.
Still counts.
They all count, man.
There you go. But which is your favorite? And he wants to know what is the worst. Is the worst because of the backdrop?
My favorite? I got a couple favorites. I like playing in Arizona. Just I get to sleep in my own bed and then go to the games. And I love that stadium. I love Petco because I get to have a lot of my family in the stands.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously Oracle, but I guess we're not gonna count Oracle because that'd be my number one. Just 'cause I love playing there. It's beautiful. Chicago's another really cool one that I love playing in. Gosh, what else? Let me think.
Dodger Stadium up there, or is that?
I like Dodger Stadium. I really like their surface. I really like their infield.
How's their clubhouse, by the way? I heard they redid it.
It's great. Yeah, I mean it's a nice place to be.
Nice.
Love the clubhouse. Yeah, there's a lot of history at Dodger Stadium too, and just to kind of be able to play in that kind of series is always so much fun.
Yeah, and that epic blast that you had off Yamamoto, that had to be as Dallas. He's one of my co-hosts on the show. Says incredible highlight reel for Yamamoto in the World Series performance. But if you look at his lowlight reel, there's a Casey moment. What's the mentality going into an at bat against a guy like that? That was a sinker too, wasn't that a sinker?
I think it was a splitter.
Splitter
or split, yeah.
Okay, yeah, because it was low. It was dropping.
Yeah.
Were you guessing splitter?
No, I was just trying to look for a heater and just stay on fastball and just react and just stay in the middle of the field, and I got a splitter, and in my head I'm trying to hit it to center field, and just the way my swing works it just kind of pulls it on its own.
Yeah.
Because if I try and pull that ball, I'd probably hit it off my shin, which I did quite a bit.
Wow. Yeah, that was and then the next night, of course, kind of a blowout game, unfortunately, but you come up again with bases loaded and you're facing Enrique Hernandez, I think it was, wasn't it? Yeah, just throwing softballs in there. What was is that I've always wondered with this because it's embarrassing when you go up and you play softball and you not strike out, but just even swing and miss at a pitch, all these high arc. Do you get tense when you see a guy like that throwing just eephus pitches? And are you nervous that you're going to embarrass yourself by missing it?
Well, no, I'm not embarrassed because I did it earlier in the year. I think we were playing the Orioles, and I think Alex Jackson was pitching. They threw it, and I literally got blown away. I completely fouled it to right field, off my hands, and I think I might have swung and missed at one. Honestly, it's not easy. It's kind of hard, but you just try and take that at bat, because they all count.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the end
That's
of the day,
a good way of looking at it. They all
I don't
count,
want to, I don't want to look at the scoreboard and it'd be like, oh, I'm hitting. You look at the end of the year and it's like, well, shit, I just hit 299. I could hit 300 if I got hit off a position guy or something like that. I would hate that.
Yeah. Do you feel like the old saying they kind of even out when you hit 3-4 frozen ropes in a row and they're right at somebody, and then you hit some Texas leaguer that drops in, or do you feel like it evens out, or does it just gnaw at you when you just drill a ball constantly and it's right at somebody?
I think I've been better about that. Whenever if I hit a ball right at someone, I've been better at kind of just not letting it affect me. Whether prior years I'd be like shit, I should have a hit right now. Just not letting it affect me and just kind of let baseball take its course. and just not try not to worry about it too much. Because I mean, if you hit a line drive at someone, I mean that's a win.
Yeah, Barry Bonds said you did your job, right?
Yeah, I mean you hit it
You
hard.
beat the pitcher if you hit it hard.
Yeah, I mean there's nothing you can do. Wow,
Right.
my AirPod is already dying. That is embarrassing.
That's unbelievable.
Oh, you go off the mic on the laptop there. It's just a little different. It's fine. Hey, question for you from Dallas again. If you were to get into a game to pitch in a situation, are you going to bring the heat or are you going to float them in there?
Oh no, I'm letting it eat.
Yeah.
Absolutely letting it eat. I'm not going in there lobbing it.
Can you still hit 95 plus?
Or so?
I think so. Yeah. I think I feel like my arm, it's stronger than when I was, in college, and I haven't been pitching, so my arm's not, sore all the time.
What's the rule? Isn't there some kind of rule if you're playing in the field in a tight game, you can't come in from a position now and pitch?
I don't know.
Have you heard of that, Cody?
I feel like I have, but I don't know like what the breakdown is. I think they can only come in like the 8th or later.
Is that a new rule?
It's
I don't know.
newer, I think.
It's newer, yeah. It's a newer rule because I've always thought, a guy like yourself, that could come in a situation, and if you worked at it a little bit in spring training and they needed,
just needed a quick arm.
Yeah, in a real game, a tight game, not a blowout situation, but let's say they needed an out and they didn't have any bullpen guys available that day because they used you instead. I don't know.
I think the DH would be eliminated. I think you'd lose the DH or something.
Something weird. I can't remember the rule, but Jason Contreras says, "What'd you top out at college?"
So I was 96, 97.
Wow.
But I was a closer. I would only really throw, 1-2 innings max. But there's a couple times where I got a couple starts my sophomore year. I didn't go very well.
So if your arm's stronger and you were working at it, building up to say actually come in and pitch an inning, could you reach 100, you think now?
Oof. I don't know. It depends on how long I have to kind of vamp up because I don't want to go out there and, blow it out or something.
Yeah. How's Tommy John?
I think we're figuring out why they don't use him. and they let Tyler go softball it out there.
Yeah, exactly. They don't want you blowing that arm out. It would be fun to see you come in and pitch though, but those blowout. Do you guys volunteer for that when that happens, or how does
I don't know how it works. I've never been picked, never been asked.
Huh? Yeah, because
Belt used to always ask Bochy because he wanted to get to pitch.
Well, he pitched in Texas.
Yeah, and then he let Crawford and Panda do it, but he never let Belt do it. Probably for the same reason. Didn't want him to blow his arm out.
Yeah. Wow. Well, you got some more questions, Casey? We'll get to some of the chat too here. So I've starred a few questions.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones in there. I was gonna give one of my co-hosts, Dan, other Dan, had put when you were asked a question about your favorite and least favorite ballparks. He said your least favorite is Sac, huh?
I do like it. It's a lot with the new renovations. I like it.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, it's really nice. Like the new scoreboard, the new fencing. Everything looks really nice there now.
Who's got the best batter's eye? Which part?
Maybe Arizona, just because it's literally like a huge wall.
Oh, that is.
Yeah.
It's a weird home run rule there in center field too.
Oh my gosh! Did you guys obviously saw that ball Eldridge hit in Arizona? Yeah. Absolutely crushed.
I was at that game. Yeah.
I was so surprised those didn't at least hit the wall.
Yeah. Yeah, he got it good. Yeah, I think it's that humidor they got in there now.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's holding balls down because he blasted that.
yeah. I
Yeah.
think he hit it like 108 or something.
Yeah. Rooster Sucks says Papa Dan, he see Warrior basketball in with Mike Schmitt. I'm not sure what he's saying there. Are you talking about Warriors tonight? Yeah, they beat the Spurs. Steph Curry had 44-ish or whatever. I don't know what he ended up with.
That's about right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Routine.
So, but yeah, that was a good game tonight. So yeah, there's a lot of questions that I need to pull up here because I was trying to star some of them and then I for later. But Coach, okay, here we go. We were talking about your hand injury earlier. He says, I noticed that you initially struggled when you had your top hand fly off the bat. It looks like you adjusted to keep both hands on the bat, and this gave you more power. Am I right? 50-year coach. Okay, so he's a coach. And he's asking, did you notice anything with keeping both hands on the bat?
Yeah, I think I noticed my swing was shorter. I kind of kept my chest, closed. And for whatever reason, it made me, stay closed longer. Yeah, I think that just having that thought while I'm hitting, you try not to think too much while you're hitting, but having that thought of just, staying short, and that staying short keeps both hands on the bat, and it helps me, just stay on balls longer.
Nice.
I think if I swing with one hand now, it'd probably feel really weird.
Yeah. So going into this season here, there's a lot of, before I answer this, have you seen Bryce pitch? He used to pitch in high school. He says, senior says he can blow gas too.
I have heard about it. I've seen videos of it.
Oh, okay. While we're on the subject of Senior's a friend of the show here. He's one of our original guys. He has a question. He's got a 12-year-old son who can hit the ball like crazy. He's in travel ball, and he's a really good hitter. He asked a question, what advice would you give a 12-year-old baseball player?
Just have fun. Especially when you're that young, don't fall into like the percentages and like stuff like that. Like when I was, 11, 12, I wasn't worried about my batting average. I'm worried about going out and, having fun with my friends, winning tournaments. But I think just, not worrying about, stuff like that. And yeah, just going out and having fun. Cause those are, when you're that young, it's, you have your whole career ahead of you to worry about those things, just go out, have fun, and, just play the game and just fall in love with the game.
And this is Dan from Even Your Dynasty show, right, Cody? This is your co-host, Dan? Okay. Yeah. He says, home run derby, you versus Rafi versus Bryce. Who wins?
Rafi.
Really? Over Bryce? He beat him?
100. Yeah. Rafi has got the craziest power I've ever seen.
Wow.
And it's easy too.
I will say that ball that he hit into the cove, that was like a 40-degree launch angle or whatever it was.
It's just, I thought that thing was never coming down.
I honestly was a little shocked it made it to the cove and didn't like burn up upon re-entry, because I don't know how he hit it that high and still got it to the cove.
Dude, I don't understand it. Yeah,
he's
got the craziest power I've ever seen.
While we're on the subject of home runs and Oracle and the Cove, do you guys ever get frustrated with the park's dimensions, or do you ever feel like you got, not probably as much you from the right side of the plate, but lefties, it seems like a lot they call it oracled, especially if you hit it to the 415, triples alley, and it looks, it's a home run in every ballpark but Oracle. Does that frustrate some of the guys?
I don't think so. I don't know. It is what it is. That's our home park, and you got to win. No matter what. It doesn't matter if you're playing at Polo Grounds or where everything's 500 feet to center field or whatever. It doesn't matter. You gotta go out and you gotta win. And I think that's kind of the mindset that everyone takes. Is it is what it is. however way you can scrap together as many runs, then you're gonna win.
Do you guys feel like with the offseason, I know you haven't really talked to Tony yet, but the word is that the organization's very excited. Bruce Bochy said he thought it was loved meeting Tony in Nashville a week or so ago, and said this is how you win championships, by making these type of moves. And he credited Buster, with why they won 3 world championships, because he is a thinking type of player and a executive now. Do you think that this move will be more I don't know how to even really phrase it, but bring the clubhouse more together, like there'll be more energy? And this is not a knock on Bomel, it's just a different personality. I don't want to make it like we're knocking Bomel, because he was an all-time great manager.
Yeah, I mean, I think 100%. Everyone's really excited to get to play for him. Everyone's seen the videos of him at Tennessee. Yeah, and I mean, everyone seems to love him, and I'm really excited to get the opportunity to meet him and play for him and just kind of be around him and learn from him. And yeah, I mean, I think everyone's really, really excited to get this thing started.
Nice. Now,
Right,
Casey,
I've seen a few people in the chat. Sorry,
you got
asking this.
You got a question on this one?
Yeah, I was. I had some people say we need to ask about this anyway, so it worked out.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts? We'll just about the energy Drew Gilbert brought when he came up last year, and just how fun he is to have as a teammate.
Yeah, he's crazy.
Yeah.
He's got no off switch, and that's exactly what you need on your team is someone like that that's just goes crazy in the dugout. Yeah, he's exactly how you think he is all the time.
That's great.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I've always thought baseball is a fun game, and I kind of see the game changing a little bit with the old school. I mean, we all love Mad Bum here in San Francisco, one of the icons of the franchise, but we all remember the Max Muncy home run, and he looked at it into right field, and Mad Bum didn't take too kindly to it and kind of walked him around the infield, yelling at him. And you're starting to see, and I know you played at San Diego State, so there's a lot more energy in college, and that's that yelling and screaming and bat flipping and all that. Do you see that coming more to the pro game? Because if you watch the games in winter ball in the Dominican, Venezuela, and all that, it's just wild. I mean, it's like, yeah. I mean, and baseball has been this kind of, unwritten rules. You just don't do certain things. Do you think that with Tony coming from college that you might see a little bit some of that? Some people like to describe it as the Giants might be playing some FU baseball.
Yeah, I mean, if FU baseball is what you want to call it, then absolutely. I think we're going out there and we're trying to win every single game, and not leave anything on the table. Yeah. I don't know if it'd be to the I don't know if it'd be the extent of like the winter ball, throwing the ball, or throwing the bat, and it's 40 feet in the air or something like that. I think I don't think anyone would take too kindly to that.
Yeah, you might be getting one in the rib cage.
Yeah, I might be getting drilled, but yeah. I won't be throwing it up there.
Yeah, that was a nice bat flip though you had off Yamamoto. It was just, I mean, you hit that and you knew it was gone, right? Instantly.
Yeah, I felt it.
Yeah, I think that's my cover photo on X still.
Is it really?
Yeah, well, because I just thought it was hilarious because Yamamoto took the glove off like he was gonna throw it into the ground. So yeah,
that was classic. That's right. He did.
It was just a great image. I was like, I love it. So,
Yeah.
Sean actually asked a good question there. I'm curious Casey's thoughts on
Let me see
this.
if I can find it in here.
Yeah, I'm not going to single out the umpires in particular, but he wants to know your thoughts on the ABS system since it's coming next season.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's gonna be interesting. I feel like there's a lot of maybe mixed reviews on it. But playing in AAA, we had it. There's good, and then there's the bad. I do like that it's more of a challenge system rather than it being like
Full ABS.
automatic.
Because you did both, right? That was when they were splitting it half. And
Yeah,
half.
they were experiencing with it, and the when it was just like the automatic, it was like you'd get a slider up and in that would clip the zone by just enough. And I mean it's not really a hittable ball, and that just it raises frustration, especially like maybe the catcher set up away or something and then throws an up and in curveball and it just somehow clips the zone, then it ABS automatically calls it a strike. But I think it being like a challenge, I think that's probably the best way to go.
Yeah. Do you guys is there like a kind of a team philosophy on how you guys are going to utilize your challenges? Just I know obviously it hasn't happened yet, so like, but when you were in Sacramento, was there kind of like, hey, maybe only try and challenge the more egregious stuff earlier in the games, or
yeah, I think it was more of like you've got to be 100% early in the game, and then later in the game it's got to be like an at bat changing call. If it's I don't know, say it's runner on third, less than 2 outs, and you get a 3-2 or a 2-2, a 3-1, pitch that's called a ball or called a strike, and it's really a ball, and you should be on first base or something like that. I think it's maybe it's like more of we use it as more of a game changing call.
Okay. Nice.
Interesting. I've actually got a question from a friend of mine who actually sent a super chat, but instead of sending it into YouTube so YouTube would take some of it, he sent it directly to me. And this is the question. This is from Aaron Lost, also known as Bake That Dough. He's got a great cookie company. Him and his wife make cookies, and they've got him around to some of the Giants media members and stuff. So
I gotta stay away from cookies right now. So help me out.
He wants to know, what's your go-to pregame, postgame meal? Might cookies be a part of it?
Cookies could be a part of it if I have an off day the next day.
Ah.
Rare, occasionally though, not too much. I gotta stay, 215, 210. I gotta manage that. I got like 3 more pounds to go, and we're good. Let's see. See, I normally don't like to eat a whole lot before the game, just because I don't want to feel, full.
Loaded. Yeah.
Yeah, and like sloppy. I'll eat something light. Usually it's something, like high protein. Or if I'm in if I'm kind of rushed, then I'll have a little Uncrustable.
Okay.
Those things are packed with nutrients. And then after the game, something with some carbs just to get your body ready for the next day. Carbs and some protein.
Yeah. Is the spread after the post game spread? Is it usually one item or is it several things to choose from?
It's usually you got several things to choose from, depending on what you want, kind of stuff.
Good. Well, so you said you got 3 more pounds to get to. Are you down to about 2? Are you in the 215 range now, or?
No, so right now I'm in. I think I was 217 right now.
Okay.
Nice.
So I'm gonna still get down, just get into that medium.
Yeah. Will you lose weight in spring training, or do you generally maintain, or because guys usually don't put on weight once spring training starts?
Yeah, I generally my last 3 years I've been good about maintaining it, And then I think just maintaining it, keeping up with the meals, if I need to eat more or less or whatever it is, just making sure I have enough in my body.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Well, free agency's out there and open. Is there, as a player, do you kind of hope that, hey, man, I hope we can get like this starting pitcher or Kyle Tucker, or do you think like that, or is you just like, hey, it is what it is?
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's not something that I don't know anything about anything. I'm just kind of focusing on getting ready for the season, getting myself ready, getting my body in that peak performance shape, and then just let everything else kind of take its course.
Nice. I mean, are there guys that on the team that actually, you've heard, we hear, I don't know if it's factual or not, but guys like Chapman or Adames are out reaching out to some of the veteran players. Hey, come here. Do you hear any of that chatter, overhear it in the clubhouse or anything?
No, I don't get. I have nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Well, that's
Well,
go ahead, Cody.
Oh, I was gonna say, and this is gonna be less from, obviously they're gonna do what they're gonna do for building the club in the off season. But what do you guys feel like you need to do better next season to take that jump and be in the playoffs?
I think I don't want to say, we're all pulling from the same side of the rope. I maybe just performing all together, everyone clicking at that time, and just kind of sticking with it, and sticking within ourselves and not trying to do too much. I know me personally, there's times where we're down by 2 or something, and it's gotta get something going. I gotta hit a home run, try and tie it or something, trying to do something like that. But I think it's taking a step back and be like, all right, I'm gonna get on base for the next guy, or take this walk or something like that. I think just kind of just all molding, and we all played together. Last year, I think coming into this year now, it's we all start to play. We are molded. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. It makes a lot of sense. Now, did you watch the World Series?
Yeah,
all 7 games.
I think so.
All right. I can't remember which game. Was it game 4 or 5, the 18-inning game? I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
now,
yeah, I saw that.
You made me think of this because you talked about, trying to hit a home run. And it seemed like guys were trying to end the game at every point in that game, and it just kept dragging on and on. Is that what you're kind of referring to, is when you like a team, if a team's really looking at playing team ball, it's just like, hey, I'm just going to get on, do my job, and someone else going to move the line?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what the Blue Jays did, in the World Series games. I think just kind of sticking within ourselves, let all the the heavy hitters do their thing. Let the Rafis, let the Chappies, let the Willies, let the Ramoses, let them all do their thing.
Yeah. Now I don't I know you're not here to ever have a player dish on another player or anything, but there was a lot of talk in the World Series about Isaiah Kiner-Falefa's base running at third base with the bases loaded. They were saying he didn't have a very good secondary, a lead with Muncy playing off the bag, and then he didn't get a good secondary lead as the pitch came to the plate. Do you think, just looking at that, do you think he should have had more of a lead on that play?
Maybe. I don't know. I saw, but I didn't see the replay of where he was at or anything like that. So I don't think I can touch on that because I didn't see it. But I thought I was thinking, I was on a forced play, because I mean obviously sliding it home. I was like, what if you go through it rather than
like at first base, just running through it?
I always slide it home too, and I kind of thought about it. I was like, what if you run it with something like that happens later in the year, later next year, you run through it rather than kind of slide.
Yeah, and I think that's the senses is what's coming out, but it's also kind of a play that has to be made bang in your mind, because what happens if the catcher's foot is in the middle of the plate and you're like, I have no place. I'm going to blow out my knee here if I run straight through it. Or
or if he gets a throw up the line and you just run into it, you probably get thrown out of the game or something. So I don't know. I don't think about that either. That's I don't know. I think that's a rule question. I don't know how.
Oh wow, Sean Proctor's telling me that I guess the third base coach of the Blue Jays told him not to go past too far down the line. He drew a line in the dirt to show him where to go. So I think they were worried about getting doubled off. Game 6 ended in a double play.
Maybe.
I would have been more aggressive on that play because you were tied. You were not behind. You were the home team and you were tied. Take that risk of getting doubled off. That's my feeling. And I know you had a play in the I thought it was great in the year you were off second base and you went halfway because the ball was hit to, I think, deep left center, and some guy on Twitter and you responded to him. I thought that was great. You told him, hey, less than it's like people don't understand the game.
The ball was smoked. There was one out. I mean, you're not tagging up, you're going halfway.
Right. Because you're not going to score. We saw it in the playoffs. Who was it that got thrown out at the plate? It was from third base. It was Teoscar Hernandez.
That freak play. That was the 8-6-2 unassisted double play or something like that.
Yeah, but he got thrown out from third base because what he did is he initially tagged, and then he saw the ball bobbled, and then he took off, and then he went back because it was bobbled, and he thought he had to tag. But if he knew the rule, as soon as it hits the glove, you can leave. He doesn't have to worry about going back.
Yeah, I try not to. I don't really look at the comments, but I mean it was going into the the All-Star break, and I was sitting on the beach. And I was like, you know what? Fine, I'm gonna educate this guy.
I thought it was great. Because I was defending it myself too, because it's like, I don't know where people learn baseball these days, but it's
everyone that is a coach, I guess. I mean, everyone knows it's crazy.
Dan said you liked his Instagram comment telling the dude to learn ball. Yeah, love it. So are you going back and forth between San Diego area and Arizona, or?
I'm in Arizona right now.
You're in Arizona right now.
I started going to our facility out here. I started my off-season stuff in San Diego.
Nice.
And I came out here to kind of just continue it and just to get everything locked away.
Yeah. Is there a lot of guys down here working out right now?
Yeah, there's a couple guys out here.
Oh, nice. Nice. I imagine Tony will be, or can they come? Are they prohibited from coming down before spring training officially starts?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm not familiar with the rules.
I know NC2A crap. They can't.
I don't know if there's a blackout period. I can't really remember.
Yeah, I was wondering if in the past, if hitting coaches have reached out to you, in the off season, if there was anything they wanted you to work on, or is that just kind of end of year? They'll tell you.
Yeah, it's more just end of year, and then you kind of get yourself ready for war.
Somebody was asking when the fall league started. It's just about over.
Yeah, say it.
It's only got a few more days left. Playoffs start this week, and So, have you gone to any fall league games or?
No, I've never even played in the fall league.
Yeah, that's an interesting. Giants just made a trade for a pitcher that's from the Royals. That's in the fall league. They traded Mason Black for this guy. So it's interesting because he hasn't had the greatest fall league, but he's an SEC guy from the University of Kentucky. So I'm wondering if Tony faced him. I mean, he just graduated in 23, so I'm sure he's seen him.
Yeah.
So what's the the vibe is, or do you even have much contact with, the team and the teammates right now? Is there any kind of like, hey, we've got to come out strong and we're going to be doing this and that in spring? Or, I mean, what's the general overall vibe of what you guys are feeling right now?
I mean, everyone's excited. Everyone's excited with what we have, and yeah, I think we're excited to prove a lot of people wrong and prove a lot of people right as well. So, and it starts in the spring, and yeah, I mean we're ready to get this thing going. February, a couple more months.
Yeah, it's pitchers and catchers right around Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
and then you guys are a week later. But I mean, I visit the camp when the pitchers and catchers, and I see a lot of position players already there with them.
yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like official reporting date, but a lot of you guys are there. So any, you have Devers this year for a full season. You got Chappie's healthy. Adamas is, got a year under his belt, accustomed to the organization. You're going to be at second. What's your take on Bryce Eldridge? I mean, he's got an opportunity to either make it at first base or DH or switch. Have you seen? I mean, well, you played with him the last 2 weeks of the season, but what's your feel about Bryce?
I mean, he's great. I think getting that last 2 weeks of the season was huge for him because now now he knows he gets a little more comfortable, and then he gets to go into next season feeling good and kind of just like knowing and feeling like more comfortable. When you first come up, you're like you're nervous. I know I was extremely nervous, and I think maybe getting those butterflies out, and then he just gets to get in there and just take off.
Yeah.
How'd you feel like he looked like he handled it to you?
Good. Yeah, I mean his at bats were good. Yeah, I mean he's a really chill dude. So he's really fun to be around, and he's really young too, which is crazy, and he's very mature. So yeah, he's awesome to be around.
Yeah, I know the obviously you touched on he had some bad luck, especially a couple of those he hit in Arizona. But
yeah,
it was. I felt like even though the numbers didn't necessarily show it, small sample size and everything, but yeah, he seemed like he was taking good at bats.
Yeah, no, he's gonna be a stud.
Hey, at one point in the season, I think it was a road trip. I can't remember where you guys were, but all of a sudden, there's a picture of you in the dugout, and you look like this. What was that? What was that all about?
To get the rally started. All we needed. We needed a fresh cut, and then I grew out a beard. And I kind of started liking the beard. I didn't think I was a beard guy, but
it's pretty thick.
I like it.
Yeah. So are you going to grow the hair back out? Are you going to keep it short? Are you going to give who was that guy that Jay Buhner, the Jay Buhner look, the bald head with the goatee?
No, I'm gonna keep it short. I think I'm probably done with the long hair.
It's easier to manage. You don't sweat it.
Just keep it nice and short, and just take care of it.
Yeah. Now you're wearing number 10. Dan asked, "Are you going to go back to number 6?"
I don't plan to. I'm planning on keeping 10, but
plan on keeping 10. What was the number they gave you when you came up?
6.
Wasn't it 6?
Oh, 6. Okay.
And then Bomel had it, I think.
Yeah,
right?
that was
That's
97 during 23 spring training.
Okay.
Big 97.
Yeah. It's interesting because, numbers, we all get as players, we all kind of have our number we want to pick. What was your number that if you could choose any number before you were assigned a number, what would you have chosen?
Well, with I don't know, because I didn't choose. It was a surprise. I remember I walked into the locker room for the first time, and Grems texted me before. He's like, "I got a surprise for you," and then I walked in and I was number 6, and I was like, "Wow, I got a single digit."
That's pretty good. You get a
I
single
mean, I played
digit.
my first game and I got a single digit. It was cool.
That's unusual.
Yeah.
Now a lot of the guys are getting 70 something.
I got lucky with 10 too. I liked I mean, I don't
Longo had that. Longo
yeah.
had that when you were with the club. Now, do you have a spot? I asked this earlier, but where was your spot? You know, you had a few good years of hitting in the minors. Where were you batting? Like
in the lineup?
Yeah. What place in the order?
Like 2 and 5.
Okay, I'm glad you threw out 2 because I think that's a pretty good spot for you on this particular club.
I do like hitting 2. I hit 2. I think I hit second in high school, maybe in college. I think it's been I guess it's been kind of mostly where I've hit.
It's interesting that because I was just going to say I didn't realize you hit 2, but I was going to suggest that I like you in the second spot because you can go to right field with the ball, and you've cut down quite a bit on your Ks. I mean, it kind of cropped up a little bit higher at one point last year for you, but I know you were keeping it around 20 the previous year. You know, I think the emphasis with the new hitting instructor, if it is indeed, I don't know if that's official yet, Cody Hunter Mentz.
Well, supposedly the Toronto GM said yes, he's leaving. The Giants haven't announced it, but yeah, he said he's going to San Francisco.
I just saw whatever on Twitter.
Yeah, and his Cody had posted last week his he has a hitting school. It's called what? Do Damage or something.
Do Damage Hitting or something like that.
Do Damage Hitting. Yeah,
I think that got taken down as soon as the news broke, though. I think I heard his IG got turned off. So
interesting. Yeah. But you know, Toronto, the emphasis, and I know Buster wants more of an emphasis on contact, especially in situations where, you know, guys on second, less than, you know, maybe no outs, try to at least make a productive at bat and get the runner over to third somehow.
Yeah.
Now, are you guys like when you're up there, are you changing your approach when you get to 2 strikes?
Yeah, I do. I emphasized a little more of a 2-strike approach, where I kind of just I get my foot down here, I kind of preset it, and then I go, and then I would use it. You know, say my normal swing wasn't feeling great. You know, after the first pitch or something wasn't feeling good during BP or whatever, or my hand was hurting, which it did most of the year. I would go straight into that 2-strike approach, and
wow.
And you can kind of see the difference. You know, I'm God, I hear my mouth. Sorry. I kind of get down earlier. There's a little less movement, and it just makes everything a little cleaner.
Yeah. Got a question in here from the chat. Mark Graves, one of my moderators, he says, if you're fully healthy and you play 150 games, number of home runs you think you can hit?
Well, my goal, every year is at least 20. I think, God willing, just, healthy a full year. I think, 20 to 25 would be kind of my area.
That's what I have you pegged at. Yeah. 20 to 25. Oh, by the way, you're talking about playing in San Diego is a fun place. I was down at the Padres game, the 4th game of the last game you guys played in San Diego this year, the day game. I was there, and I was up in the, where the right at the top, the walkway in the first deck, and I ran into a cousin of yours, and I wrote it down somewhere, and I can't seem to find it on my phone, the notes, and I put her name down. She had a dog with her, a golden retriever. And I said, hey, I don't know why I said something. I says, oh, you know, Casey, because I know you're from the area. And she says, oh yeah, that's my cousin.
Really?
Yeah. And
well, just describe her. Let me see if I can figure it out.
How can I describe her? She was, I don't know, 30-ish, attractive, dark hair. I think she had dark hair. She had a golden retriever with her. You don't have a cousin, the golden. I mean, maybe you don't know the dogs. I think it was some kind of what do you call those dogs that are
a service animal?
Yeah, like a service dog. It was I think she does that with the dogs. I had her name down, and I was gonna Lou Marston, another guy who's with me. I don't know. He was there. We were talking to her at the same time, and I wrote her name down, and I put it on my phone in my note, and it's just gone. It's just weird. Because I thought next time I talk to Casey, I'm gonna ask him about her. And anyway, she was there. I'll have to remember her name. But man, I really appreciate you coming on. It's been great having you join the show. Dallas says Cassandra Schmitt.
Dan,
just throwing names out, man. What's that?
I said you just made my night with that.
Oh, the attractive comment. Well, I mean, if she wasn't, I wasn't going to say she was ugly. I do remember she was pretty nice looking, but I wasn't going to go. Yeah, she. I don't know how to describe her. I can't remember.
Oh my god, that was great.
Yeah, hey Casey, who's your hot cousin?
I thought I used a nice word, as William says, attractive. I mean, the chats are flying in. Oh, we got a new song here. Tony Victory. You got to hear this song, Casey. This is a song that one of our listeners created through AI. You know how you can create anything on AI.
Dude, AI crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. Let me see if I can find it now. I just okay here. Let me pull up my. I got it in my Gmail here, and it's a country type song. It's pretty interesting. Have you heard it, Cody? Have you heard me play it?
I think I caught it on one of your streams.
It's it's kind of an interesting song here, but we got to play this for. It's called. He named it Tony Victory. Let's see if we
all right.
can,
Let's hear this.
Let's see if we can get it here. Here we go. All right, let's play it here. All right.
Out of Tennessee, where the Smokies rise, Tony Victory brought his fire and pride. They say he's unproven, green as spring grass, but he's got a way, makes you believe fast. Tony Victory, they don't all agree, but he talks like a man who can part the sea. Dodgers looming down on high, can he lead the Giants to touch the sky? Tony
Sounds like Kenny
Victory.
Chesney.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Time will see. Eric from the talk shows throwing his shade. Says a college man can't win the big league stage. But Tony's boys down in Tennessee, son, they played wild, they played hard, they sure as hell won. They'll Delbert swing, crazy like the wind. Tony knows the storms where champions begin. Tony victory, they don't all agree, but he talks like a man who can part the sea. Dodgers looming, doubts run high. Can he lead the Giants to touch the sky? Tony victory, time will see. The fans hold their breath, the past weighs a ton, but he's not afraid of the job that's begun. Confidence burns in the words he speaks. Fire in his heart, a goal in his reach. Tony victory,
That's it, man.
agree, but he talks like a man who can part the sea. Dodgers looming, doubts run high. Can he lead the Giants to touch the sky? Tony victory, time will see.
All right, I think that's enough.
Wow.
Kill the course, but not bad. Not too bad. Little.
I mean,
catchy.
that sounds like Kenny Chesney.
It does a little bit. Yeah, it's kind of funny, but hey, man, if it sticks, Giants start winning. I want to see. I want to see you guys have some more excitement in the dugout when guys hit home runs like some of the other teams do. It would be kind of nice to see some emotion where, you see the Blue Jays put the jacket on.
Mm-hmm.
You see some teams put a big sombrero. They put a chain on. The Mariners grab the big fork, the deal. Triton. Yeah. It's like, I'd love to see the Giants be a little bit more, not so subdued, but, have more fun, have more, because I think it breeds a little bit more energy in the team and around the club, and it, because everybody knows you're going to go through tough times. Every team does.
Drew wasn't enough for you?
Well, I mean,
got Drew for.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, I think definitely now it's a different kind of us, I guess. I think there's going to be a lot more energy, a lot more stuff like that. So
yeah. I mean, it's funny because Buster, the leader, he's a pretty quiet guy, but I think deep down he kind of likes that fire. I kind of reminds, Steph Curry, they call him the quiet assassin for a reason.
Yeah, but Buster wants to win, and so do we. So whatever we got to do.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Oop, we got a few more chants. Oh, somebody says, "What a stupid dumbass child returns." Says, "Hi Casey, remember me?" I don't.
I think I remember this username.
Yeah,
I think I was laughing at this username last time.
Yeah, I think so. The last time you were on, yeah, that's right. Let's see, what else do we got before we get out of here? Bake that dough. That's the one that asked you your pregame diet.
I had somebody in a chat say that Casey should have said he doesn't have any girl cousins.
Dude, I got a lot of family. It's
Wishing you an attractive
a
season.
lot
in
of
26.
oh man.
Leave it to Aaron to come up with play on words. I'm probably never gonna live this one down. I got caught. I was like, I didn't know how to describe her. I didn't know how to describe her. I wish I had her name. It would have made it easy.
Yeah, unless it wasn't.
Of course, you don't remember your cousin's name. It might have made you look bad.
Oh gosh, imagine.
It's like, do I have a cousin?
I think we're all glad at this point that you didn't remember her name, Dan.
Well, I'm curious. I want to know who it was.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll find out and I'll let you know. I'll find it somewhere. Oh, Marcus. I don't know if I should put that. I'm not going to put that comment up there, Marcus.
What does it say?
You want to hear it? He says, all right. He says, hi, Casey. You'll probably be traded this offseason, but best of luck to you.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, come on, Marcus.
Fuck, Marcus.
Come on, man. I don't see that happening. I think you're going to be a lock at second base for a while. I hope you're with the Giants for the majority of your career, if not your entire career. And then when Chappie retires, you move over to third. But,
yeah, hopefully I get to stay in second over the whole career.
Yeah. No, that would be awesome. Now, you grew up a Padre fan, though, right?
Yeah, a lot of people ask me. It was I wasn't really like a diehard like fan. You know, I would go to the games. Like I loved going to the games, and watching. I'm a baseball freak. After the games, I go on and I'll put baseball on. It's an obsession.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm like, it's scary.
Wow. Now I don't know if this is true. So I haven't heard this. I don't know if this is trolling or if this is true. Are you playing on the Mexican World Baseball team?
I do not know yet.
Oh.
It's still up in the air. I don't know if I'm still making a decision on it.
Oh, do you have Mexican heritage in your family then?
Yeah, I'm half Mexican.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't realize that. I get guys on here sometimes that troll, and I don't know if but that's cool. That's cool if you do play.
Yeah.
Is Gerard playing? Is he from? I know he played in Mexico, but I don't know if he has any.
I don't know if he has Mexican citizenship or not citizenship, family.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty cool how you could play for different countries if you have family in there. That would be cool. So
yeah, I can play for Mexico and Cuba.
Oh, really? Oh, go play for Cuba, man. They're better.
I can do both.
Go on the
Although Mexico's not bad, not a bad team.
No, I'm just trying to figure because I want to be healthy for 162.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So we're trying to figure that out.
Wow. Yeah, and that takes place right after about a week or two into spring training, right? You have to leave the team and go to.
Yeah.
Oh, I could see why you would. That'd be kind of hard to leave the team when you, like you said, you really want to make sure you're secure that job.
Yeah. But I'm not too sure yet.
Okay. All right. Wow. All right. Well, cool. Yeah, my let's see. Senior says, "Do it." That would be sweet.
I know it'd be awesome. I just gotta make sure my body's.
Oh man, you'd be facing some good pitching for sure.
Mm-hmm. I always wanted to do it.
All the different teams. That would be you might be playing third if you do that, which might throw you.
I think Paredes is third baseman. I think.
Oh, okay. Paredes with the Astros.
I think. I can't remember.
Sean. My buddy Sean, Cuban. No wonder the cousin was attractive.
I don't know which side it was.
Yeah. Gosh, it's driving me nuts that I can't remember her name. If Lou Marston's out there and listening, do you remember her name, Lou? Anyway, yeah, we were both talking to her. So, anyway, well, you got a couple more months and it'll be baseball again. So we're all looking forward to this season and having you be a healthy season. I'd love to see you play 150 games.
Thank you. Yeah, that's the goal.
Yeah, 150 games, and I think you'll put up some great numbers, and be great to see you get a Gold Glove and a silver Slugger. I mean, second base is wide open.
Yeah, let's get that next year.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for coming with us, Casey, joining the show, NorCal Sports Network, and Even Year Dynasty Show. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe to both channels if you haven't done so already. We greatly appreciate it. And Casey, we'll hang out. I want to run something by you in the green room here. So we'll finish the show. Hey, guys, have a great night. Thanks for being here, watching, and we will catch you on the next one. Take care, everybody.